Hello viewers. Public Provident Fund has always been a very much favorite investment option and a saving scheme for every individual. Just because it has the guaranteed returns, low appetite risk, which is backed by the Indian government, individuals go for PPF as their favorite investment scheme. So in this episode, we will know all about PPF, what are the taxation impacts, who can have a PPF account, what are the withdrawal restrictions. This is NRI Money Clinic and I am CA Yashaswini K. Amin, a practicing chartered accountant.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Talking about the PPF account. PPF was introduced in 1968, which gives us all the provisions and the acts which tells us what should be invested in the PPF, how long should you keep the amount in the PPF, and what are the withdrawal schemes. Now, the first question that comes to mind is how much should I invest in a PPF? PPF account can be started with the minimum subscription of Rs 500, and every year you're supposed to contribute a minimum subscription to that particular account that you open. Again, this account can be opened in local post office or in any other banks which will provide you with this particular scheme. Now, what is the maximum amount that you can deposit? You can go up to the range of 1,50,000 to be deposited in the PPF account. Coming to, should I invest it in one lump sum or do I have any installments for this particular account? Yes, of course, PPF can be invested in 12 annual installments. That is, you can invest the money over a period of a year, you get 12 installments. At any time in that 12 installments, you can pay up that particular amount. So if you want to invest 1 lakh rupees, you can spread it across 12 installments and make the payment and deposit into the PPF account. So the next question after deciding how much should I invest is to know how long should I invest. So the investment here has a lock-in period of 15 years time. So for the years, that is 15 years, you have to keep investing the amount in the PPF, and then on only after 15 years, it will get a maturity period. So for the 15 years, you are not supposed to withdraw any amount. You need to keep depositing it and you can withdraw it. Now, who can invest in the PPF account? Now, the PPF account can be opened by any resident individual. A resident individual can open a PPF account as mentioned earlier from any local post office or the bank accounts and start investing and making savings in that particular account. The question arises, I am an NRI, can I open PPF account for myself? The answer is no. PPF account cannot be opened by NRIs. But however, the law says that, say for example, you've been a resident as of now, you have a PPF account at present. Gradually in the years to come, you're becoming an NRI. Whereas you decide to go abroad for employment or maybe to settle there, etc. So in such cases, what is the status of my PPF account in India? Will it continue? Will I have to close? Will it get taxed? So these provisions also are covered in the PPF. The PPF Act says that yes, if you have a PPF account at the time you were a resident and gradually you become a non-resident, this particular account can continue to be there till its maturity. So you can subscribe to the account, you can deposit in the account till it reaches its maturity. But remember, no transfer of funds to the NR accounts. So you cannot get the amounts transferred, but whatever subscription can happen till the time of maturity can continue when you become a non-resident also. So once the proceeds come, it will be coming only after a period of 15 years. That is after the block period of 15 years. Now, if you want to extend the block period, is there an opportunity? That is, I want it to continue for further 5 years, further 10 years, etc. This act also provides for a provision that you can extend the block period by a block of 5 years. That is, firstly, the block is always 15. You can extend again to another 5 years, making it say 20 years, another 5, say making it 25. So you can extend the period of the PPF account for such long years. But of course, many a times we feel that 15 years itself is too much for maintaining this particular account. But do remember viewers, this 15 years will give you a lot of benefits taxway as well as savings, which has to be noted. Now let's say I'm investing 1,50,000 every year in my PPF account. Do I get benefits? Because as you said, it is an Indian government backed saving. You have a saving option, you have a tax saver option also over here. So what are the benefits of having a PPF account in your name? Remember, PPF account is going to give you interest every year. That is 31st of March every year, interest gets credited based on the amount that is standing to the credit of that particular account. So you get a benefit not only at the time of maturity, what you have saved, but apart from that, the accrual of interest which is compounded annually. Now what is the rate of interest? You of course want to compare with the other schemes. The rate of interest that we have at present is 7.1%. Yes, of course, comparatively much better than the other schemes. So you have an idea now, yes, I should invest in PPF, I will get returns which is 7.1%. So what happens? Do I get any tax benefits? Because when it is a government announced scheme, generally there would be some benefits which will promote the saving scheme. Yes, you're very right. PPF account will get a ATC exemption, that is ATC deduction is available if you invest in the PPF account. So just like in our episode which we spoke about Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana, the EEE, exempt, exempt and exempt at 3 levels, here also the PPF account is going to be exempt, exempt and exempt. Now what is this? Can you elaborate? Yes, of course. It is exempt at the entry level. That is, when you make a deposit into the PPF account, the amount that you're contributing is going to be exempt. Now you're getting some interest on the account. Is that going to be exempt? Yes, of course. The income tax provisions say interest on PPF that you receive is exempt. At the end of 15 years, you say you're getting the maturity proceeds. Is it exempt? Yes, even that is exempt. So all the 3 levels, be it entry or the return level or the exit level, PPF accounts will have no tax impact. Now gradually, as you go, you want to withdraw. Say suddenly in between the term of 15 years, you are in need of finance, you are in need of money, which says that you want to withdraw the PPF account money or the amount that is standing to the credit in the PPF account. Are there restrictions or is it freely withdrawable? No, my viewers. Remember, the withdrawals are very much restricted. So you need to plan for other ways where you can get finance quickly. But what are the withdrawal restrictions? What are the things or what are the provisions in the Act? Let me explain. So if there is a withdrawal that you want to do from your PPF account, remember, you can do it after a certain number of years of your investment only. Now say you have done an initial subscription in 1 year, you can withdraw or your eligibility to withdraw will come only after completion of 5 years after the initial subscription. So if I have to say literally, it means you can withdraw in the 6th year of your PPF account. Now, can I withdraw everything that is standing to the credit? Say I have deposited 1 lakh for the 5 years. As of now, 5 lakh is there. In the 6th year, there is a need that I have to withdraw. Can I withdraw 5 lakh? No, you cannot. The limit is also set on the amount that you can withdraw. So what is the amount that you can withdraw? The amount that you can withdraw from that particular PPF account is 50% of the amount which is standing to the credit of your account in the year previous to the year of your withdrawal, or 4 years prior to the year of your year of withdrawal, whichever is lower. So a comparative will be made. So naturally, who will sit and calculate all this? There is a particular form which has to be given to your bank account stating you want to withdraw a certain sum of money, and your bank itself will calculate how much is the maximum permissible limit that can be withdrawn by you, and they will give you the amount. Now, remember, the overall withdrawals should not cross 60% of your block period of 5 years, because there are 3 block periods here, 15 years, so 5, 5 and 5. So in the first year, that is in the first block of 5 years, naturally there is no withdrawal because you'll be happening to do it in the 6th year. So when you're doing it in the 6th year, the maximum amount that you can withdraw should not be exceeding overall 60% of the balance in the first year. This is all about how a withdrawal can happen, and you cannot keep withdrawing every now and then. In a year, it can happen only once. You can withdraw it once, and it is having a restriction of the number of years and also the amount that can be withdrawn. Now, the second question that might come, I do not want to withdraw this particular PPF account, but can I use the PPF to go for a loan somewhere? Yes, of course, you can have a loan availed on the PPF account. Again, there are restrictions. Remember, if you want to go for a loan on the PPF account, this can happen only between the 3rd and the 6th year, which it says that if you want to, now you have a PPF account of the first year, you have made an initial subscription, 2nd year has to complete, and then only in the 3rd year you can go for a loan. How much loan can I go for? 25% of the amount standing to the credit 2 years prior to the date when you're availing the loan. So if you're going for a loan in the 3rd year, it means in the first year how much balance is there, of that 25% can be availed by you. Now when I avail this, can I repay it initially? That is, you take a loan of 10,000 rupees, you've closed the loan in the same year, immediately you find there's a need of 20,000 rupees. Can you again take a loan on that PPF? Remember, for a PPF, loan can be availed only once in a year. So even though in the same year you have closed the loan and you want to take a new loan, you are not eligible for availing this loan on the PPF account. So overall, when we see, as we understood from the PPF account, PPF is a very good investment for the resident individuals who want to save for over a long period of time, and they do not have any money requirements during the period of maturity. That is, for the 15 years, you want your money to be locked in somewhere, but at the same time getting the same returns or a higher return than compared to the other schemes. PPF is a very good option to go for. At the same time, you have a lot of tax saving benefits under the name of ATC or the interest on PPF or the withdrawals. So these benefits will enable you to have a better future and plan in ahead for the retirement of your account. So this was all about Public Provident Fund. It was a government backed scheme, and I suggest that you go in for a PPF account. But specifically noting, my viewers, that this has a reduction under ATC to a maximum cap of 1,50,000. Dear viewers, I hope this video has clarified all your doubts with regard to the Public Provident Fund. So if this video has added value to your knowledge on PPF, do click the like button and like the video. If you are a person who's watching this channel for the first time, do click on the subscribe button below and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you very much, viewers, for watching. I will be back soon with a new topic.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.